Is it possible to find the remains of the Ark of the Covenant? You know the Ark of the Covenant? Okay, let me ask the young people. Jennifer, do you remember what's Ark of the Covenant? Don't remember? Because you were not in Exodus, too young then. Now the Ark of the Covenant, remember the temple? Oops. How many parts is the temple divided into? The holy place. 2 parts, right? This is the holy place, and then this is the... Down here is separated by a curtain, is the Holy of Holies. Only the high priest can enter into the Holy of Holies once a year, remember? And in here, they have a few things, right? They have the showbread, the lampstand, and all that. And then the most important thing was the Ark of the Covenant. Alright? What is on top of the Ark of the Covenant? 2 cherubims. The wings covering. Okay? So that's the Ark of the Covenant. And what's inside the Ark of the Covenant? Say again? Pots of manna. So pots of manna. Remember what's manna? What God rained from heaven. Okay? The food that they ate in the wilderness. What else? Moses? Say again. Oh, okay. Tablets of stones. What are these stones? 10 Commandments. What else? Aaron's rod. Okay, Aaron's rod. Don't know how to draw. The budding Aaron's rod. Okay, so these are inside the Ark of the Covenant. So now the person asked this, and this was asked a few times. Those who were doing Ezra, they asked also, what happened to this Ark of the Covenant? Can you find it today? Because this Ark of Covenant was very important to them, right? It signified God's presence. When they go to battle, they will bring it along. Remember? Okay. So now, where's the Ark of the Covenant today? Where do you think, Samuel? Where do you think this Ark of the Covenant is? Under your bed? No? You sure you don't have it? Very sure. Okay. Where is the Ark of the Covenant? Now, the last record of the Ark of the Covenant, by and large, is when Solomon built the temple. Remember the temple, Solomon's temple will replace this temple, and Solomon brought the Ark of the Covenant into the temple. That was the record in 1 Kings chapter 8 verse 3 to 8. Okay, so 1 Kings chapter 8 verse 3 to 8. So Solomon, when he built the temple, he brought it there. So that was kind of the last record of what we have of it. Where is the Solomon's temple? In Jerusalem, right? In Jerusalem. Now, remember that eventually Jerusalem was destroyed by their enemies, right? They were destroyed by the Babylonians, for example. And when they destroyed Jerusalem, remember they went to the temple and took all the gold and silver and all the cups and all that. They took it away with them. So the likely belief is that it got taken away. And you will notice that after that, those of you who are doing Ezra, right, Jen? Did God, when they went back to rebuild the temple in Jerusalem, did God ask them to go and find the Ark of the Covenant and bring it back? No. There doesn't seem to be any record of it. Did God accept their worship when they rebuilt the Jerusalem temple? God did. God did. It seemed to mean that the Ark of the Covenant was lost, and God did not expect them to find it back. Because in the new temple, they worship Him. Although they didn't have this, God accepted their worship. Okay? So we do not know where it is. It seemed to be gone. But you turn to Revelations. Revelation chapter 11. This is the next mention of the Ark of the Covenant. Revelation chapter 11, verse 19. Shall we read together? And the temple of God was open in heaven, and there was seen in His temple the ark of His testament. And there were lightnings and voices and thunderings and the earthquake and great hail. Alright, so now in Revelation, they describe the scene where in the temple in heaven, there is the ark of His testament. The word testament is covenant. The ark of His covenant. Now, If this is an actual temple, literal temple, then it means that the Ark of the Covenant is in heaven. Okay? It would mean that God somehow took it to heaven. But if it were a figurative figure of speech, then it would simply mean God's covenant with the people. Okay, so we can't be fully clear. So I'm quite excited to go to heaven. Are you, Shama Maria? We go to heaven, we can find out whether the Ark of Covenant is there. But what is more exciting about heaven? To see the Ark of the Covenant or to see Jesus? To see Jesus, right? Okay, so whether we can find it or not, God did not seem to make it important. Okay? What about the Noah's Ark? This person is really after this thing. Alright, watch too much movies. What about Noah's Ark? Do you think we can find Noah's Ark? Well, some people say it's still on Mount Ararat, and then the Muslims border it out, refuse to let people go there because if we can find the Ark of the Covenant, then the Noah's Ark, then it proves Christianity is right, and so on and so on and so on, alright? So many stories, many theories, many, what you call that, those people imagine, many conspiracy theories and all that, okay? We do not know. Maybe parts of it is still there because it rested, right? It rested and then that's it. Maybe parts of it is still there. But the fact is, does it matter if we find the Noah's Ark to prove Christianity is true? No, it does not. Okay? We do not prove Christianity by all these things. We simply believe that God is real. So if we find it, even you find it, you think people will get converted because we find Noah's Ark? No. Right? Dr. Koo always share this story. He said whenever he go on his Jerusalem trip, the tour guide will always say, you see this stone, that name of the emperor is there, it was in the Bible. You see, this proves that the Bible is true. Dr. Koo always say, I have to correct them. No, the Bible proves that this is true. Right? Okay, so even we find the ark, there'll be people that will not believe. Okay, God did not ask us to go find the ark. Okay, so maybe it's there, maybe it's not. Doesn't matter. Yes.
I did meet a man who went on expedition.
Say again?
I knew a man who went on expedition in the 1960s to Mount Ararat.
And what?
To Mount Ararat.
Uh-huh.
To the Ark of Noah's Ark.
Right.
He did tell me that they did find a big box sitting there. It was kind of fossilized.
Yes. Yes.
He's not a Christian.
Yes. So there are many records that people who go to Mount Ararat, they see something that is fossilized and looks, dimensions and all that, very much like the ark. That's what they say. Okay? So maybe it's there, maybe it's not, we don't know. Okay, but it does not affect our faith at all. It should not, finding the Noah's Ark should not strengthen our faith, neither should it, not finding it, weaken our faith. Okay, we believe. Do you believe that God created heaven and earth? Were you there? No? But you believe, right? Or you say, no, I must have a video of it. I must have a video of it. I'm sure God made a video. And then they may not have CD, but God might have something else. Unless I have that video, no, right? We simply believe God said He created different things on 7 days, and that's exactly how it happened. That's it. Okay, so, but interesting question. So next thing, anyone else want to ask about this? No? Yes?
Relating to the Ark of the Covenant, will there be a temple in heaven? Because Revelation 20.
Eventually, there will not. God will be the temple.
Yes.
Yes, Revelation 20 say, that's why no one would say that there might be a temporary temple, but if, yes, and then God would be the temple. Revelation says there will be no more temple, He will be the temple. Alright, that's why we say we don't really know if Revelation 11:19 is a physical temple or God is talking about His covenant with His people. Okay? I'm just saying that this is the other time the Bible mentions the Ark of the Covenant. What do we have here? Top 5 reasons why church dropouts, what church dropouts say, why they stop attending church. Now please remember 66% of, well, I take the American view, they are the most readily available results. They stopped attending church at least a year after turning 18. So from